once we can identify that we live, which it looks like we are, we're recording this time. Can everybody clap their hands? Because we recording today. Yes. Thank y'all. Say thank y'all. Yes, we recording. Thank you, Landon. I appreciate you for that.
We're recording live.
Now, we're recording. We're not live, but we are recording. We will be sharing this on our Facebook and YouTube channel in the future. So, now that we're live, Curdy, we can start the show.
Y'all, come on. Clap your hands, man. This damn do-over. As always, I like to say that God is everything. Without God, I wouldn't be nothing. Well, now that we done got that out the way, how y'all doing with y'all country ass? Come on, man. Hey. Say, this is a program from the point when I'm from Southwest. And every now that's Goody Mob. Come on, man. I know y'all know something about Goody Mob, right? Let me see everybody rocking up in here. Come on. Hey,
it's all two-step. That's all I do.
You know, when you get a little bit older, you just stop doing all those things.
You go to be sometimes. That's all you can do. Yeah, all right. Thank y'all for joining us for another edition of Afterparty Live. Everybody say hey.
Hey.
All right, give yourself a round of applause because y'all came out in the middle of the day on a Saturday, and we appreciate that. I'm your girl, Montana Mitchum. I am the program director and owner of the Afterparty Radio. Yeah, give me a little something. Yeah, put something on mine. Thank you. Y'all, we are so proud and so happy to do this today. We are broadcasting live in Dallas 7 days a week, as well as Inglewood, California. So, where it's good. All right, so we appreciate this. Is something new that we wanted to start doing. Basically, just getting our podcasters out of the studio and in front of people and sharing our topics and getting involved. So, before we get to the house rules and all of that, I want to introduce some very important people that's going to be helping us out today. I got my boy, Mr. Steven Boss Howe.
Yes, sir. Come on, man. Show me some love up in this building, man. Yeah.
Tell them who you are, what you do.
Listen, I'm Boss Hogg, host of the Petty Crew Radio Show. We are live every Sunday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Afterparty Radio. I am your 2018 male host of the year.
You on side A. You really should be on side B, but you on side A.
Yeah, I'm on side A, but you know, we really should be on side B, but we make it happen anyway. Appreciate it.
So thank you, Steven. I also got to give a shout out to my boy DJ Curdy.
Yes, sir.
With DJ Curdy.
We got all of them inside of
Radio.
Yeah, he is available for your next bar mitzvah. I can't even talk. Your wedding, your graduation, everything. He got you. All right. So shout out to Curdy.
Make sure you follow on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at DJ Curdy.
That's why his ass couldn't push play on the record.
Okay,
he got everything else there. Come on, man.
Okay. Shout out to Landon. Landon is our newest board operation at the Afterparty. So shout out to him. He's helping us out. All right. Got to shout out to my sister. What's up, Ganesha? She helped me out today, too. So thank you, girl. Appreciate y'all. And we have some award-winning podcasters at the Afterparty Radio, you guys. I want to go ahead and introduce them and bring them up. We got my girl, Bree, from Grown Folks Talking.
Come on, now. Give it up for Bree.
She grabbed her glass. You see how she grabbed her glass?
She gonna probably start in some mess today.
Yes, you know it. You know it. All right, y'all. He said you can call him whatever you want. Just don't call him Collect. What's up to my boy Kimbo?
The building.
From the Hustlenomics Radio.
Hustlenomics. Come on, man.
While Kimbo, doing his smooth walk, Bree, tell them about your show and when they can catch you.
She's sipping. Cut your mic on.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, y'all. I'm Bria. I'm Grown Folks Talking. I go live every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m.
All right.
I want to
let us know, Kimbo. You got to grab a mic. Let us know when we can catch you. What you got going on?
Well, I'm Kimbo Greedy. My show is Tuesday nights from 6 to 8, but I'm always late. So we're going to say 6 to 10. And I'm just going to say my show is interesting. Like, I'm one of them kids that the mom used to always, shut up, you know. And I just brung it into my adulthood, that's all, you know, and I kind of say a lot of stuff that I don't have. I got Miss Montana to tell me when to go.
Right, I gotta reel him back, y'all.
Wait, be on 10, okay.
Yeah, I see it. Be on 2, Kimbo, not 10. All right, so I want to bring up my girl, Amber Red Bear.
Come on, Amber.
All right, Amber.
Love you, Amber.
She brought the shorts out, y'all. She said it's sun shining today.
She was starting over the last after party.
Yes.
I see you.
All right, go ahead and tell them about your show, Amber.
Next check. All right, so I'm Amber Red Bear. I host Diversity Outspoken. We did air Mondays at 8 p.m. We're on pause for the cause. We'll be back in July. All right, so I'm representing the First Nations Native Americans here in Dallas, Texas, y'all.
Shout out. Come on.
Right. All right. And last but not least, we got my boy Q from Nash.
Let's do this. Come on now.
Right. Tell me about your show, Q.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Q, and I'm with the Mash Gas Talk Radio Show, featuring the MTG crew on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can reach us right here on the Afterparty Radio side B, and also on Facebook Live, and we appreciate that shit.
Damn, he real professional, right?
I love
Our brothers in the building. Come on now.
I love that. Yes, he got it down. Yes, he got it down, y'all.
He had the loud colors on too.
All right, you want to tell them the house rules?
Hey, listen, the house rules are very simple. First and foremost, let's respect everybody who's speaking. Last show, man, we were all over the place.
A fight almost broke out over child support.
Yeah, I mean, I started shit, so this time they didn't want me to host a segment of this show. So I'm just hosting, but please, let's respect everybody thinking. Let's listen to what everybody's saying, because this is a conversation I have with everybody. Also, if look on your tables, you have some emojis. Those emojis express how you feel.
Yes.
Yeah, so you know, if you feeling like we giving you some BS, go on and raise up your BS. If you feel like cussing, we see that emoji as well. We got the black power sign as well that is up. That is new, because we didn't have that the last time. And then we have the oh my gosh as well, man.
Oh my God!
This is a show that allows everybody to express their opinions. This is a no judgment on radio show, or after party live show anyway. And so again, everybody's opinion and thoughts and everything that you guys express is open, and we want to just have an open dialogue with everybody here. And I think that's really about it. Other than that, man, we just want to turn up and have a great show. How about that?
Absolutely.
Come on, let's clap your hands for it.
Clap your hands.
So I know a lot of y'all was probably confused by the conversation, because we said we was trapped in the closet. I was like, trapped in the closet? We talking R. Kelly? No.
Hell no.
We're not talking R. Kelly, y'all. You know,
we can get live. What are you doing? I'm listening, Montana.
Okay, we already got a situation.
Yeah, already.
Security? Nah. But yeah, so we came up with the topic, trapped in the closet, and what that means to us is how we are trapped mentally. You know, we were being held back because, you know, we got generational curses, we got family secrets, we ain't doing our black Wall Street right. So we have to talk about it. And not only do we want to talk about it, we really want to, you know, bring a real solution, because you know change starts with who, right? You. Right. So, you know, we wanted to have this discussion and get it going. But before we get on our topics, we got some hot topics we want to
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
some good hot topics.
Some real good ones.
So our first hot topic for you guys who, as I say, been under a rock. Facebook has banned several prominent speakers. One of them being the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and with him being banned from Facebook and Instagram, we felt that there was a great hot topic to
because
have.
basically they said he is a dangerous individual.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why is he important? I don't know who he is. So,
You
so
do not
shame.
know
Listen,
who.
oh my God, we already finna start this conversation off on the wrong note.
Kimbo done walked off the
Come on,
stage.
I'm not the only person.
Kimbo, I need you back on the stage, man.
That's why we here. That's why we here. We got to teach them. We got to teach them.
Y'all gotta teach me, okay? There's one other person that doesn't know, so I'm not the only one.
Okay, so you're not the only
No, I'm
one.
not the only
Okay, and wait a minute. This is that little thing that's going around Facebook. This when they tell you how old they are.
Who?
Okay.
Check.
Okay. When Facebook, when you say this how old I am, that's how old
This
you
how
are.
old I am.
That you don't know who Louis Farrakhan is. Okay.
So here's what happened on Thursday.
Well, do we want to let her know who the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is?
Okay.
Damn, Bree, I hate we even have to go through this whole conversation, but let me go and be real brief.
Okay.
First of all, there's a powerful service called Google, okay? I'm just saying, I mean, you can Google anything on your phone.
Okay.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is one of many prominent black leaders who have promoted unity amongst African Americans. He believed in us as a people,
Okay.
not depending on everybody else to move forward, but us depending on each other, bringing ourselves together collectively, our finances, our social resources, or any type of resources to better African American community.
Okay.
That's who he is in a nutshell. He is what you would call controversial, hence the reason why he has been banned from Facebook. He's the leader of the Nation of Islam, who bolster over maybe 250,000 members across the country, and I'm just being light on those numbers. So this is a man who has been dangerous to the American system since he has taken office. So that's who he is in a nutshell.
Yeah, Bree, you should.
Yeah, it's called Google. If you don't know who the Honorable Louis Minister Farrakhan is, you just need to Google this brother. We have a brother right over here already with the oh my gosh emoji up, like, what rock have you been under if you don't know who he is? Hell, I'm sure our Caucasian brothers and sisters who's in this building right now know who is the Honorable Minister. And they shaking their head. Damn, Bree, how you gonna not know? You truly are what they call them, millennial uppers in this business.
That's right.
You making us look bad right now. Listen, right now it's 1 point for them and 0 for us. Come on now. But again, that's who he is in a nutshell. And like I said, he has caught the world to pause because he's been banned along with other hate groups that Facebook has considered who spew hate speech.
They not following the community standards of Facebook.
Right, that's what Facebook says, that they're not following community standards.
How would you know that,
You been in
Kimbo?
Facebook jail all the time?
Listen, I'm trying to say something myself that's going to get me banned because I'm wondering if he can get banned. I know I say all type of crazy
Exactly.
stuff on Facebook.
According to Facebook, he is deeply racist, anti-Semitic, and anti-LGBT. And so Farrakhan and other dangerous individuals have had their Facebook pages deleted and their related content purged from Instagram and Facebook. Yeah.
So that's it in a nutshell. Now, when I first saw this,
Now, I'm sorry.
what's up, my channel?
Y'all, yesterday my daughter tagged me on a video from a shooting that happened in Oak Cliff near Big T Bazaar, where they did a whole live of the whole shooting, all the way up to looking at this boy dead with gunshots to his head.
And that's
on
not
Facebook. That's
not
on
blocked?
Facebook.
They didn't
No,
block that?
I was able to watch it.
But don't you think it's funny that they blocked that, but they didn't block?
That's what I'm saying.
Right, that's what she's saying. That's what she's
Yeah.
saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, can you fix my mic, man? Every time I say something, it's going in and out.
We did that on purpose.
No, but that's basically what she's saying is like, it's certain things that they let get by. That's my beef with Facebook. Like, I asked them, can you look at this again? It's like, I might say something like, I might be a little, judgmental, but then I can go click and watch somebody doing some kind of weird sex act or two people fighting in the street, beating each other crazy. And I'm like, all I said was a word out of the English language and I get blocked for that. But y'all let the violence float like it's weird. I don't want to say nothing about Facebook because I like it, but it's obvious it's a hidden agenda. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can only say certain things, you can only do certain things. Like, I don't understand that. It's weird. I guess because it's their app, it's not a such thing as freedom of speech on their app.
See, I was going there. I was just going to go there. Like, how sensitive are we going to be? You know what I'm saying? It's like every time you turn around, we was talking about that on our show this morning, is how sensitive is Black America going to be? Just real quick, just kind of cap, there was a little boy that had a promposal on Facebook, and he basically said, hi, I'm not black, I didn't pick cotton, but I'm white. Would you go to the prom with me or something like that? And so I was like, okay, well, I understand that that's kind of messed up, but my thing was like, okay, but what's the big deal? He's not asking to go to the prom with you. He's asking somebody else to go to the prom. And so I feel like if you're going to have particular freedom of speech, it should not be hate speech, but it should be speech of saying, okay, this is what I want to do. And Montana is raising her hand. Oh, yes. She got a question. Go ahead.
So I have a audience member with a comment, and just FYI, if you guys have a comment, you can put up your hand card and I'll come by. You can share your comment with us. All right.
Okay, so I am a co-host of the award-winning Petty Crew show with I just wanted to say that all of this stuff is by design. Because I can click on any video, any given moment on Facebook. I can see somebody commit suicide. I can see somebody get beat by the police. I can see somebody get raped. Because there was an incident where a 14-year-old girl was gang raped, and there were like 42 people on the live. All those people got indicted, and they got brought into the investigation along with the men that raped her, because none of them reported it. But we have people like Louis Farrakhan and other folks being deemed as menace to society and this, that, and the third. But you can click and you can Google and you can put in any moment as far as looking up groups. We could just start with groups on Facebook. And there are groups, I'm talking about plentiful hate groups with khaki people. And they are geared towards us, but as soon as it's somebody of brown complexion or lighter in the hue of the brown family, it's a problem. So this is not a coincidence. And the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, he basically preaches, he doesn't ever preach violence against others as far as people who are non-brown or non-melanated. He only speaks of people working together, and if they are with you and your cause, they can join us. If they are not, they cannot. And that's really predominantly what he speaks on. But because he speaks on it so passionately, and he tells us, hey, look after your own, because they do it all the time on a regular basis. And so, but when we do it, or if we start to assert ourselves a certain way, they want to shut us down. And so that's the significance behind them banning him and others.
So can I ask you a question though, Bree? Thank you so much. Just real quick, because I know we have to move on. So should we be looking at, for example, if Dr. Farrakhan, if he says, okay, I'm looking out for my own, but should we be in a position or a mindset to accept each other as individuals? Because if we look at the way that our world is going to, we're being more mixed and more brown and more light and even more dark. So as individuals, should we be grouping together as one race against something else, or should it always be black versus white or brown versus whatever?
Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question.
Can I?
What I have? Let's get.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mark, and the subject that's being talked about Minister Louis Farrakhan. First of all, when you speak with truth and integrity, you're going to be labeled. And when you speak with spirituality opposed to religion, you're going to be labeled. And when you speak in reference to all human race, opposed to whatever color, whatever culture, how you choose to live, whether you straight or whether you choose to be whatever relationship, whether it's male to male, female to female, whatever life you choose to live. In all aspects, we have to understand this world was presented by the Creator for us all to love, cherish, respect, honor, and obey each other. And I think that's what Louis Farrakhan, I know that's what he speaks from. And I also want to say, if we as people in here, when you listen to music, you don't choose music by color. You choose music by the way you vibe and by the way you feel. And whether it's country, western, whether it's whatever style of rap, jazz, gospel, well, that's the same way about universe and gravity and about life. What knowledge, wisdom, and understanding come from all of us. We have to understand that when we have knowledge, knowledge is power. When you get wisdom, knowledge comes from wisdom. And when you have understanding, it teaches you how to appreciate and respect every mankind. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what job you do. It doesn't matter where you come from. But when you exercise the Fifth Amendment, which is freedom of speech, and you speak with truth, I think you are targeted. And then whether he's targeted and whether I'm targeted, if you don't stand for something my grandmother, my grandfather taught me, you'll fall for anything. And if you walk down the street with a bunch of fools on the streets and the lights are on and you want to be a part of that, that doesn't make you a great person. But when you can walk through the dark of the valley of the shadow of the death, and regardless of what you're going through, and you have faith to know that the Creator can give you the energy and the strength to get through it, that's just like everything you go through in life. So if you don't believe in a spiritual concept opposed to a religion, opposed to being judgmental, I think that's where we all lose our concept.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Check it out. Let me add a little something to the thing about Farrakhan. I don't know if everybody else is paying attention to it, but Farrakhan been being Farrakhan since I was born, man. Like I before Facebook, I was one of the schools. No, I'm not a Muslim, but I went through all the schools of thought over time. I dabbled in that, and I was one of the guys. We used to get together when he come to Dallas to go watch and speak or whatever. And I ain't never got no kill another race or none of that from him. I always got he was trying to teach us about self-preservation, learn how to do for self. Don't sit back and ask for a handout. That's what I got from him. But this is also something that I noticed about Farrakhan. Didn't nobody really think about banning him or none of that. I don't know if y'all was paying attention to after he spoke at the site for Nipsey Hussle, where the balloons or that whatever. Y'all noticed that? They didn't care what he was doing. And he just said some awful stuff over the years that they could have done. But hey man, you play too much. But think about that though. All of a sudden after he did that with Nipsey Hussle and he said what he said, all of a sudden he getting banned.
Well, also I want to just add as well, they had to ban somebody of color. If you notice, he was banned along with Alex Thomas, who is a right-wing conspiracy theorist. And so, how would it really look if we banned these Caucasian men and women, but then we don't have any men or women of color? And so it's almost like a catch-22 when you think about it. We had to ban somebody. I follow the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I watch his videos. We've had the student minister who is the leader of the Nation of Islam in Dallas, Texas on our radio show. And so I had to ask myself, well, what is it that he's spewing that is hateful?
I mean, you just have to think about it. What was it that he's spewing that is really hateful? He's collateral damage, as they call it. He's just nothing more than collateral damage. That's what it was at the end of the day when you think about it. We have some guests. So what's going on?
I thought I turned it on. There we go. All right, so this is how I see it. You have right-wing people that were spreading a lot of false information, as they call it, alternative facts.
Right.
Then you have somebody that was spreading truth, but others couldn't handle that truth that was being spread, or they looked at it as dangerous or insightful. Like you said, it's collateral damage, because if you look at it really, until Obama, I understand where they picked up on Farrakhan at Nipsey Hussle's funeral, but honestly, until the mid '80s, everybody had left Farrakhan alone until he linked up with Obama.
Right.
That's when he really popped back on the national scene of interest.
Who else a comment? Real quick.
Seeing through them glasses, obviously you feeling real good over there. Can you see me? Do you hear me now? No, it's all good. Mine's really quick. It's really quick and it's really simple. I wanted to hit on the first topic earlier. No matter what shade you are, should we come together, whether you're light, you're dark, whatever the situation. As a light-skinned sister, every time I come into an event, a venue, I come in with nothing but love, but I feel the looks of other dark-skinned, beautiful chocolate sisters just looking at me as a judgment of, do you feel a certain way about yourself? There's an elite status that we put on certain skin tones that should not be there, but sadly are there. So as fellow women, we need to open the communication. We need to open those bridges to build, because we cannot win if we don't come together. It has to be dark, it has to be light, it has to be all of us together, because it's those numbers that matter. So that was my first thing that I wanted to hit on. And my second thing, why did it matter whenever this man that I obviously need to know about, and trust me, I will be researching him after this. I will. But why did it matter whenever he spoke at Nipsey's thing? Is because when black people get a platform, that's whenever it's a problem for the white person. Whenever black people get a platform, that's whenever it's an issue. That's why Nipsey's gone. And Nick Cannon said he's going to take over, so we'll see where that goes. But we see that's whenever the white people get scared. Whenever black people have a platform, what we're doing right now, that's when they get scared. So those are my only two things to say.
Stephen, I do want to say something really quick. I think it's really important. Like, I do understand how a lot of people want to say, like, black, white, doesn't matter. We should all come together. But we have to be realistic. The only way to fix a problem is to be realistic and to notice and to say that it is a difference. And there is a stigma. There is discrimination. There is segregation. There is gentrification. And the only way to fix all of those things is to, one, label it, and then to, two, figure out how we're going to fix it. So, yes, we do have to fight against one another, because there are people against us.
Okay, well,
that's the only way.
Let me tell end of that.
But hold on, I got one more. Second one. Oh, I forgot. You can go ahead.
Okay, I don't think it's a possibility of erasing it.
Yeah.
The guy, I forgot his name, the guy who actually invented the so-called race theory, he fucked all of us, excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? He messed everybody up. You know what I'm saying? To even start that theory for this many years later to still be falling for that trap. Like I was sharing with this guy and this young lady. I took my DNA test, and I told him I had laughing, because when I did my DNA, my sixth grandfather was a Scandinavian white man. So I stayed up 3 nights, like, trying to Google, I'm searching every other person in the area that was black, because I was like, it's no way I could have a white grandfather. So a white friend of mine, he did his, and he had African ancestry. So that's what it was funny to me how many people killed whitey, but they actually got white in them. White kill the black people. They got African DNA in them. Like we have self. Example, like he realized with the gang culture, he realized, hey man, we didn't go riding to go gang bang. We didn't go look for dudes that didn't look like us. I was ready to shoot when I saw a dude look just like me. He didn't realize I was trying to kill the nigga in me. But it don't work like that. It's all about finding out who you are and accepting who it is. Like I told him, like how could you hate something that you are? That's like it's backwards. Like the things that we go through. truth. Even with school, and I hate to say it, but school tricks all of us. A lot of us get racism in the home, but school supports that shit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You go to school, the stuff that they teach you about, the way that they decide to teach you, like us about fucking Michael Jackson and so whatever. But we don't understand we got a greater history than that. It's us to teach ourselves, our children, the same way the other races do. Like, I don't hate other races, but I respect the fact when I go through North Dallas and I see a red community, the way they stick together, they shop with each other, the way they okay. If you come out, you ain't nothing because they know you're okay. So we have values when something, when you a name because the name meant something, you were connected to something. That's what we lost. Like we don't know who each other is.
All right, because you got to pull Kimbo back. We want two more comments, and then we're gonna move on to our next topic.
Hey everybody, I'm Isla J's, ILAJZ, and two parts of the comment. The young lady brought up the topic about skin color and different shades of color and how we disrespect each other and judge each other as African American women. Prime example, I love, what is it called, Pan-African, walked up in there just super black. I'm coming up in. I get to the register and I get the nastiest look out of all the people that are inside the building. I'm looking, I'm moving, I'm thinking maybe I got a backpack on, maybe she think I'm trying to get something, that happens. So I get back to him. I said, okay, well maybe it's just me, and I'm walking around. I took a moment to take a big breath and said, okay God, I hear you. And what I meant by that was, you put eagles to be in eagles' places. You didn't put an eagle to be with chickens. And what I mean by chickens is not putting myself above anybody, but knowing my accountability and me being called to do something in my life when I wake up every day till I go to bed. There's accountability in everything that I do, whether I'm on the Facebook, whether I'm walking around, whether I'm in church, where I'm work, or he and I are musicians, whatever we're doing. I find the hardest thing is when a black woman is it's only two of us in the room. I respect everybody in the room. I love everybody. I'm a very diverse person, but at the same time, I know that black woman gonna give me that shitty look from somewhere and has no idea. I've been on drugs, I've been homeless, I've raised a daughter in college, I've been single, I have a disabled son. You don't know my story. I'm not asking you about yours, I'm just not judging you by yours. Now, with that being said, on the Farrakhan topic, Farrakhan is, he is. But I think the problem is, as African American American people, we've blurred the line between entertainment and true fact. Fact starts at home. When I'm at home, and you need to know who Farrakhan is, whether you support him or not, because you know why? He's leadership. He has something that God's giving you in conversation. I may not like you.
Keep going, girl. I had to come closer to you.
I may not like what he's saying, but I need to know why I'm not liking it. When I teach, I'm teaching the right thing. So that is, I think, our fault, because we blurred the line between entertainment and reality. That's our fault. I don't blame social media, because we did it when we had beepers. We didn't have social media. But you know what? It started at home. Yeah, your skirt is cute, but when you at home with your man, how old are you? 15. That's my responsibility. You my friend's child. You the child across the street. But that's my responsibility. You know why? Because I'm a vet. I'm a senior. God gave me some information to show me.
I love that, what you said.
That to me is raising a community.
I don't want to cut you off. I got to tell you something.
Roll with it.
We where you going, okay, and we prepared for it, because we're going to be talking about those things. Because you know, okay. Yeah, you jumping ahead, but I like that. We got one last comment. Right. So come on.
So I just had two real quick comments. One, the comment on should we divide or come together. In all honesty, our people were in better position when we came together for our people. Now that's not being pro-black does not make you anti-anything else. They don't make you anti-white, don't make you anti-Latina, don't make you anti-Asian, none of that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to link with your brothers and sisters for the betterment of of your people. You want to know why? Because your people are the only people whose identity was completely stolen from them. So we need people like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that brings truth. The reason that he's a threat is because he is a black man with knowledge and a platform. It ain't got nothing to do with money. It ain't got nothing to do with none of it. It has everything to do with a black, intelligent, educated man with a platform that can get that message out to the people. They want that to happen because they don't want you to know who you are. So it's up to you to find out who you are and don't allow other people to dictate to you. You need to listen to. You need to research for yourself. Study to show thyself approved. You don't take everything somebody else gives you because the word they say is the book for life. Somebody wrote this King James version. Because God to love just like he did King James. Okay, so you get in tune for yourself, and you have to study for yourself, and you have to learn the desire for yourself. I'm done.
So it's because one thing that I keep hearing about is knowing where you come from, knowing who you are. Like that is very, and that is, knowing your
And speaking of identity, identity crisis. This is the topic that I've got. Let me tell you something. My father told me a long time ago when I was a little girl, don't forget where you come from because that's what keeps you going every day. And for me to coming into a city, be Native American, I'm a needle in a haystack because not a lot of people see Native Americans anywhere. We do exist. Full-blooded, we do exist. So with that being said, road confusion. Road confusion, when you stuck in a community and you want to get out, when you do get out, you become successful, but you come back in to help the community. You either one, help the community, or number two, they see you as you on this pedestal. They don't want you there because you an outcast now all of a sudden. What is that? Anybody ever came out of the community, came back in, helped the community? Things were changed.
Like what did you go out? When did you come back? Tell us about it.
Well, I'm originally from Oak Cliff, and the story is people don't successfully leave Oak Cliff and come back. I came back. I became the recruiter for OCBF Church, Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship Church. I became a foot soldier that spoke to a lot of homeless people, drug abusers, and all that because I grew up in the same environment. But when I came in, I had diamonds on my hand. I had eyelashes. I wore high heel shoes. They totally put me outside as trying to be one of the other people. But when I came down to their level, I had to realistically look at it. I mean, would I talk to me like that? No. Would I relate to me like that? No. So I had to be realistic. I had to say, oh, you still live in your car off Wheatland at the Walmart on 20? They said, how you know about that? So I had to check myself in the mirror and say, you know what? I got to come back to where I came from that way. And then bring in what I have. So what I do now, I've actually done career services where I teach people how to do interviews, talk face to face, how to get a job. I work with those that have criminal backgrounds and those that have been drug abusers. But I had to come out of the environment for God to bless me and teach me and then come back. Now, is it easy? No, but I find accountability because I know you full of it because I've been there. I've done that. I worked on too. No, ma'am. So that part of it has been hard, and I quit a lot. But I know when God calls me to something, I'm all about it. So I'm still there.
Real quick though. So it's wonderful, because my thing is, I looked at the same thing. I've traveled all over the world. I've done a lot of different things, and so when you leave out and you come back, you have a whole different perspective of where you come from. But whose job is it while you're gone to increase? Because the thing is that even though God may call you to the nations, God still calls somebody to the city. And my thing is what are we lacking? Even if we have to go, where are we lacking to actually have to come back to I wouldn't say really downgrade ourselves, but others along by the work that we did. Why can't everybody else do the same work? So my thing is everybody can't have the same kind of mindset as, oh, you know what, I'm coming up, I'm enhancing, but then you still in the same place. It's good to have a house on Wheeling and Greenspan, but what's bad is if your house, it looked the same as it did, you hadn't made any enhancements. So who's accountable?
Hey, I'm going to take a question from the audience, but before that, I want to share a post that we did on Facebook, and I'm going to share the responses after we get a few more comments. But the question, and y'all think about this, are generational curses real, or is it a learned behavior? Before we get to it, that's our poll question for the evening, and to Afterparty Live on Facebook, you can take the poll. Go ahead, Yolanda.
Just really quick, I wanted to address what you said when you go out of the community to better yourself and you come back in. But my question is, in what community? Do you only primarily see this in the Black community? Like, that's what we primarily, so it all boils down back to changing that mindset, and everything goes back to slavery. Like, and until we can change our mindset, we can do all this talking, we can do all this marching, we can do whatever, but it's not going to help. It is not, we can't move forward until we address the issue from where it originally came from. One, finding out who you are, where you came from, just like everybody else said, and then going back and changing that slave mentality. Yeah, it's over and it's done with. People say it's time to move on, but you can't move on until you know who you are, where you came from, and address that mindset. We're crabs in the bucket. We're our own hindrance to ourselves. We can't blame the white man anymore. It's time to stop it. Let's do something about it. Racism has always existed. I'm gonna say something real quick. Just right, it's going to continue. And you may disagree. What I'm saying is that the change starts within ourselves and changing our mindset. And until we do that, I've experienced that. I've experienced, oh, you think that you're a white girl. In our reality, you never took the time to get to know me. And where does that all derive from? That derives from that back from the slave mentality, from the brown bag test. They separated us from our colors, those that were of our colors, what they may have got to live in master's house. And that's where that's where the problem exists.
Thank you. Okay. Listen, I love it.
I really want to say that I think that we should get to a place, and this goes back into the Facebook thing. Even with Facebook, we can't expect someone else's platform to work for us. We can't expect for us to be able to say what we want to say and make a change for us on their platform. And with that being said, with the moving with you, and I respect your work. I really respect your work, because I know that it could be difficult going back into a place that you left, and people probably look at you all upside your head. But I think that should be the narrative. I think that more people should do that, because just like people leave the hood, you're supposed to come back and buy it, because that's what they're doing. They're coming back and buying our hood. That's what gentrification is, right? Yeah. However, if we did it ourselves, would it still be gentrification, or would we just be buying back the hood, building our stuff without the coffee houses? You know what I'm saying? That'll be our stuff. Our money, employing our people.
Okay, we're going to take a couple of comments before we get to the comments, because we're at the end of this segment. We're going to do our games. Bartenders, if you could please bring shots to the people with the wristbands. We would appreciate that. Everybody like, yeah, where y'all at? Bring them shots. Okay? So yeah, go ahead with the comments.
So here's the thing that everybody needs to understand. Being seen as different when you go off and come back does not only happen in the Black community. It happens in every community. Now, most people will find out my background and wouldn't know I'm from Oak Cliff. I'm straight from Keystone Post. When I come back to the hood, it's a thing we call code switching. Just like when you answer the phone and you're at work, hello, how you doing? How can I help you? But when you go to the hood and you talk to them, you have to start on their level. You have to meet them on their level. That's the only way you can better them and expose them, because otherwise they're not going to know you. Because I can go up to Kimball right now and walk them same halls, and I guarantee you all them teachers up there know who I am. But most of those students, they don't. But I can hang on the corner on Keystone Pope, and then I can go up in corporate America with my suit on and be just as comfortable. So you have to, that's my hood. but the thing is, it doesn't only happen in the black community. Anytime somebody goes off and comes back with different ideals or an expanded view of the world, they're always seen as an outcast. They're always seen as an outcast, and it doesn't matter what community. It happens all over. So just don't think it just happens in the black community. It happens all over.
Go ahead.
Already.
However, in other they have Koreatown, they have Mexico City, they have those places to where those communities, they work for each other. Like it could be like 12 of them and living in one house. They all save up and then they own the house. So like, I mean, I understand that it happens in different cultures, but we don't work together. Like we don't. It's just not something that we do. I just think it needs to change.
We got some people that's dying up here, boy.
In conclusion, I had a few to kind of merge into what my never have I ever is, but as an indigenous woman, I am an. Just go ahead and. Don't do it yet. Oh, okay. No.
We gotta get the shots. We gotta get the shots. Tenders.
This ain't what you want, boy.
But as an indigenous woman, I am an outcast. I go back to the community, and I'm still looked at it as, well, who are you? You don't, and we're more of an enriched culture, so we do have a language, we do have food, we do, it's different. I have to know all of that. I have to know the language. I have to know the bylaws of the council and the reservation and all of that. I have to know that, because if I don't, then I'm just a nobody to them. But at the same time, when going into role confusion and into socialization patterns, like as a culture, do each and every one of you have a culture? And if you do you teach it to your children?
Right. Because I like that. That's good. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, girl. Because Amber and I were talking about that, and that is really, what the segment is about. Is about the traditions. I know that you were a single parent. I used to be a single parent, and sometimes in some households, and I remember like my mom saying, they were growing up, my mother would never talk bad about their dad, which I think is great. However, sometimes, and I know I am guilty of this when I was a single parent, because my daughter's father was not active. We didn't talk about his ass. I mean, why we need to talk about him and about your other side and where you come from when they're not active in the household. However, I do see where that, where we need to do better in that area. You were going to do your never have I ever. Bartender, hi bartender, we need some shots. Okay, we ready. Can we get them? Get a question? Okay. It's sitting back. Dang, boy.
Okay, so I want to try to cover everything that has been said since the last time I spoke. Colorism. That is a very real thing, and that is by design. It is not always because people innately, I hate you because you're a lighter shade and this, that, and the third. The closer you are to white, the whiter you are. And so that's why that's the thing. And then secondly, the whole thing about culture. We, brown people, deeply melanated people, are the hugest victims of identity theft. Because you can look, even the swastika, even though it's associated with such a horrible thing, the Nazis used it, the swastika actually is a representation of the four major elements of life: earth, wind, water, air, and everything. So they stole it from us, and then they turned it into a bad thing. So it's very hard for you to hold on to. It's very hard for you to hold on to your. It's very hard. It's very hard for you to hold on to your culture when you have it beaten out of you, when you have it raped out of you, when you have.
when you have it bull written out of you, when your man is getting raped in front of you and your children by the slave owner, and our history does not start with slavery, because a lot of them know that they got arithmetic, they got language, they got culture, they got music, and all of those things. If you don't know, if a lot of y'all don't know, there are castles that predate the castles in Europe by thousands of years, but you don't know about those castles because it's not taught to you. They want you to think that everything of beauty and essence comes from Europe. And it does not. It did not start with khaki people. It started with the Moors. The Moors is the ones that showed them discipline and cleanliness, all those type of things. But
Jesus.
I just wanted to say that a lot of this stuff is by design. When you learn more about the system of white supremacy and how it works, if you control the legislature, if you control the judicial system, if you control everything that has to do with the things that can be very detrimental to your life, and let's not get it twisted, a lot of people that adhere to certain identities are not what they say they are, and so that is what we are facing in this world of today.
You can't think straight, your ass drink.
Listen, this dude over here about to die. I mean, he about to fall out of his damn.
Die. He is about to die. Come on, what you got to say, Taylor?
You better say something.
We need to hear it.
It's Montana.
Okay. I'm trying to keep it simple because I already know my second show gonna be already. I'm gonna save it.
Hold on.
Okay, but
I love everything that everybody's saying, but I had a question a few minutes ago, and I like to ask this to people when I hear people say the black community, because my question is, which community? Where is the black community?
That's the point.
Where is that? We have neighborhoods. We don't have community. You have a community, you own a hospital, you own banks, you own things that make you a community. We don't have a community. But we seem to like try to, the illusion of inclusion. We include ourselves in everything everybody else got. Like we'll see people go run St. Patrick's Day, they'll break their neck to buy stuff.
Say man on that shit. Cause I'm with you, that pissed me off.
No, I'm just being real. A lot of stuff we do, like she was saying, a lot of times we don't practice our culture like she was saying, but a lot of us run from our culture. Like people think I'm crazy when I talk about, you know, like when I'm learning my roots, where I come from. I'm trying to learn a Yoruba. I'm not saying I want to be this, but I want to know this so I can actually hold a conversation. Like this is what got me on my journey, man. My mother named me Kemet. And all my life, I never knew what my first name meant. But I noticed when I said my first name to white people, the way they acted. And I was like, damn, what is this something with my name? Like, I never knew. But when I found out, I was like, oh, okay. So it made me want to learn more. So when you get like, I don't know if you go to bars and you get in conversations with people, y'all talk about random stuff. I was at a bar one time having a conversation with a nice white English guy. And he asked me, hey, where you from? Like, I'm from Dallas, bro, from Pleasant Grove, bro. He was like, no, where are you from? Where's your family from? I felt like an idiot because I couldn't answer that. And that's why I'm like, we be saying what we gonna teach people. How can you teach somebody something you don't even know? We run around dressed up with our hair looking good, with our clothes, with our nice cars, and we thinking we created somebody. No, you created a false image. Because you can't, how can you love yourself when you don't even know who you are yet? Like, and I tell people it's good to find out who you are because, like, I like to share with you, this is how it helped me, man. Like, I was really into the streets and a lot of stuff, but something about finding out who I was genetically and all of that, it made me realize, bro, you hating yourself. These people you banging with and getting into it with, damn did nothing to you. You mad at yourself. And it's even with the women, the men, everybody, a lot of us. We see other people of our own color and we, like she say, we judge them the wrong way. No, you talking about yourself. All that, like, that's why I'm sorry, I'm not religious and I don't deal with no religion. I tell people that and they think I'm crazy. That's because I actually watch it and I see what's going on. Those are the most judgmental people. Like with Christians, I'd be like, if you were more like your father, then I would understand your Christian. Because I be people claim all these, even with the Nation of Islam or whatever, people claim these religions, but I watch them not show love to other people like them. So if I gotta be a part of this, act like you, I don't want to be I just want to be a regular person, and I want to love my people. And if it's other people who accept that love, I want to give it to them too. Because it's not about no color thing. It's only idiots that think like that. All sides of the races. Cause we got white people living just as bad as the black people, man. Like in Pleasant Grove, where I'm from, all of those little neighborhoods on Loop 12, y'all probably know about. Yeah, he white before, but now you come over there right now. They coming back. Y'all don't realize it's like a class thing. It's the high class against the low class, man. They don't give a fuck what color you are. And they keep playing us with all those statistics and all those tricks, but man, they play everybody. If you're not with their game, you get rolled over, man. Cause I don't care who you think you are or what your beliefs is. If your beliefs are so good, your God came and saved us a long time ago, sir. For real.
So, in saying all that, this is this is tough to listen to. It's simple. All this stuff y'all talking about, that's great. Perfect. You can talk about history, you can talk about economics, you can talk about anything. But it all starts with the mother and the father, period. If me and her have some kids, if we teaching them kids and you stupid and you this, they gonna grow up and do the same thing. It's just gonna be a domino effect. It's gonna keep happening. So you can sit up here and talk about the Moors and who black and who white and all that stuff like that. But if we teaching our kids that we separate, we teaching our kids that we not together, what makes you think your kid gonna grow up thinking that everything is gonna be good?
I definitely.
Kids put up outside the house too. They put up outside the house.
Yeah.
Let me say this, and then we gotta move on, cause y'all, we got so much to cover, and I love that y'all are giving us this energy and this feedback. We appreciate it. But to his point, when we sat down and we did our brainstorming about this event, that was the very one of the things that we talked about as a group, because I was saying that, you know, we hear a lot as it relates to black women that we can't get along, we can't work together, we can't be friends. Hell, I don't even have women as friends. Boys are my friends. You know, we hear that, right? And I feel like those things were put into us as kids from Big Mama, Auntie, whoever raised us. She was talking about Miss Johnson ass across the street.
Messing with our husband.
Okay. We grew up not knowing nothing about Miss Johnson, but Big Mama said Miss Johnson ain't shit, so we're looking at her crazy. And I feel like that's exactly what